you both were working in different branches of this same organization.
Yeah.
And he was doing his job there. You were doing yours here. Obviously, you were higher in rank than him. And then it got merged. This branches
merged
branches, and then now he's your subordinate, and he's not pulling his weight.
It's so bad. That's the part that trips me. She says it's so bad that if he were not my husband,
I would have fired him.
Recommend that he be fired.
So he's not even doing his job because his wife is his. And I did see that part where he said he doesn't like me being the head of the department.
Yes. So I'm sure that when the merging was happening, it was clearly announced that she would be the head of the department, and he already had problem with it. And now to see that he's not pulling his weight as a what's he called? He's not pulling his weight at all as a staff. How does she? Because I hear when she says, "How do I do my job and then keep my self-respect as a boss?"
Right.
You know,
because other people can tell that he's not doing the job. They can tell. They can smell the rat. Oh, and then they will think that there's preferential treatment.
Preferential treatment if she doesn't do the needful.
They'll say, "Oh, it's because it's her husband."
And if she doesn't fire him, the least she won't fire him, of course, because finances will.
But why shouldn't she fire him?
No, that's the thing. Even if you don't fire him, you need to give him like major either punishment or some kind of target. I know the sound
I just
of
had punishment for someone who doesn't even like that you are the head of the department. You see, that is why a lot of offices out there would not want anyone who's married to be in the same office space. But I understand that this is a peculiar case, seeing that they were in different branches before the merger.
If you were here last week, if you were listening last week on Business Connect, our Business Connect guest actually talked about her, working in an office where the husband and wife, there's no rule on dating and being married in the same organization.
Yeah.
However, she had to leave the organization because she was senior to him where they were.
And she goes, and men, their ego.
And their beautiful
and their beautiful ego. Yes, she did phrase that like that.
So we are not married. So there's only so much we can, procure as advice. We, however, want to put it out to you. The number to call is 0705 6900927. In case you've been in that situation where you've worked in an organization with your husband or wife, how did you manage? First of all, how do you manage your relationship and the work ethics? How did you merge work and your relationship at the office?
And if you're higher in rank than him, because that's also something. It's a kettle a fish in the kettle. Because if he is like your Oga, maybe it's almost like there may not be an issue.
Why?
Exactly.
What if he's not still doing his job properly?
My point exactly. What if the man is the one who is the boss? Would there be an issue if his wife is not doing the job?
I want to think. So let me ask this question.
And there's too many questions, and I love it.
Reducing my voice. Would it be
finances is another part? The respect, respect. It's just what we could have like put. It's just part of the ingredient. But find a way around it. Sit her husband down, talk to him, give him months, like maybe a month, to see whether he will
sit up.
Sit up. If the guy doesn't sit up, put threat. If the threat is making the family if he's going to start shaking it, she should call her in-laws or call people that into the matter, and then because work not there anywhere. That's how work. That's their work now. 1 million people are lining up to pick it up.
This is true.
Right.
This is true.
Because forget all these things. She should sit her husband down, because there are so many people in the offices that will be feeling jealous while husband and wife working together. Why this one, that one, that one. You can't sit her husband down, because nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows how they are looking at. Madam, you're not doing your work. Why are you favoring this person from this person?
It's because it's your husband. Right.
They can even take you to a lower branch, or they can even reduce, they promote you.
Demote you.
Because that is the truth.
Let me even her. She should be very selfish, because this is financial. This is her life.
Okay.
She doesn't know how her husband. She doesn't know how her husband is going to behave when he's his son. I'll be when her son. You get-
That's true.
The reverse. If the reverse were the case.
So wait, Greg,
Yeah.
what would you said if it was your if you were the boss in this case, what would you do?
If I was the boss.
Yes, if you were in charge of
I
her.
didn't get that.
If you were the
If I was in
husband,
charge of her,
yes.
Yes.
and then I found out that the husband is slacking.
Oh no. If it
you
was
were
your
in charge
wife,
of her and you were the husband in this case, and she was the wife, and you found out that your wife is lacking in her duties.
I mean, I know myself now. Thank God say I'm Igbo first of all. I'll go sit am down, tell her now. If she needs help in the what's it called, in the work, I will find a way to help her out. If there's anything bothering her, we'll sit down and talk about it because finances, they are not married. They should factor children in. School fees.
Craig does not
period,
mix
already.
business with pleasure.
Greg, how do I do this? How does the woman do it without bruising the man's
Mar-
ego? Because already his ego is bruised that she's boss.
Thank God they are married. She should know his weakness or how to get to him or when he's in a good mood or just they pamper him first. Just try and talk to him. If you know there's some way you and your husband talk jokingly, you bring out a topic, throw it out there to see action.
Right.
You should be doing that. So
Greg
just
is a
throw it
beautiful
first.
person,
You
just so
say,
you know.
This guy is not someone. She should just come out straight and talk to him. If you like, let him vex. If you like, let him not vex.
Okay.
Finances they are talking about, not family issues. Though.
It's true.
Greg,
Greg,
thank you so much,
Greg,
Greg.
I'd like to be your friend. Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, Greggy. Take care.
Oh wow.
All right.
Oh wow. He has made some very salient
Some
points.
very valid,
because
valid points.
work no easy to find now, which is so true. But
what?
if I go to the, because he said if it's giving problem, if you tell him at home and it's giving problem, invite the in-laws into the matter. That's bruising his ego 1, 2, 3.
But what
on
would you
so many
do? Or
levels.
maybe reach out to maybe would I say a psychologist or a therapist, at least to talk things through. Because if we're going to be honest about this, if you know that you are getting salary for something that you're not exactly doing because nepotism or somebody, the person that I know will not even say anything, and this is not even the case of nepotism, and I don't know whether or not, of course they obviously must have met at a retreat or something.
Whatever they met,
whatever they met,
they are married.
They're married. They work in the same
They
organization.
were working in the same different branches,
and then the
and now
merger
the merger
happened.
happened.
So maybe threats. I like when Greg was like threatening him a bit with Oga wants to sack you. He said you're not pulling your weight.
Okay. Dr. Kona says, I love Greg. Threaten your husband, Kwanu. Okay, I can imagine the atmosphere in the house after this. Seriously though, she can't put her job at risk. She must do what is necessary. What about official warnings? Write up according to official guidelines.
Dr. Kona, you send
Dog, that's shakabula.
if the email is coming from you
Yes.
with then copy management. You
No,
copy
you might not even
branch
copy
manager.
anybody. The fact that the email is coming, wait.
Because you have to copy HR. You have to copy a couple of people.
He's a praiser.
Now she dey do your appraiser, head of department, HOD. So if she does something that doesn't align, her bosses will call her to order and say, okay, is it because you're married to this person, hence you don't want to
You
say
didn't copy the
because
right
I'm
people?
even sure that she may have given other people warnings just in case in the same department for something that they may have done that is quite similar to what her husband is doing. And she gave them a query with regards that, and her husband has not gotten any query.
So if we didn't have the case or the situation where the man already has a problem with her being the head of the department, then I would say, this is neutral ground. Do what you must do.
Exactly.
But the point where the phone calls. Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning.
good
What's
morning.
your name?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning,
morning.
sir. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Austin.
Your name is
Austin.
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 Oh, it's great to have you on the show, Austin. What are your thoughts on this?
Yes, so I think that she just request that she be transferred or she be transferred because there is no point. All those things that you guys are saying, you do expect. I think it may just compound the issue. Even if we're expecting him, once the ego is there, they will continue to be fight at home. So once
Right.
everything just walk away, you request a transfer. It's a bank now.
request to transfer to another branch.
We don't know if it's a bank, or we just know it's an organization that has
And it's
branches.
It's an organization, and they have branches. That means somebody can be transferred out. What case that somebody gets another job, he looks for that, because if it's cutting down on appraisal, he's going to know that it's you. Especially with the warning email, he's going to know that it's you, and he's going to come back to fight at home. They're going to keep fighting at home. You understand? The matter is that men should actually just find the teamwork. Men should actually just drop all this ego, because there's nothing about ego. My wife was any more than me for some time, and we were working in the same company. And we both run, and she was the CEO. And we would argue at home and fight about things, but we ended there. When we came back to work, everybody behaved normal, and I was you get, so I don't like this idea. I think we should do it this way. Doesn't think it. I would let her have the final say, and if it comes back to fight, to say it's I told you, we'll argue about it, and that marriage is a teamwork, and you work in the same office, then you must be a team. Anywhere you go, you must be a team. So,
Nice.
The simplest thing to do is just one person should work in it, either by getting a transfer or by getting another job. There are thousands of jobs out there.
Austin, don't say that. So, Austin, why you say there are thousands of jobs? There are millions of people waiting for the thousands of jobs.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're employable, you will find something, and I know that for a fact. You're employable.
Okay,
the
so
issue of unemployment sometimes it's just that some people don't know how to package their CVs, or they don't know how to look out for jobs in the right way. You get, most times it's not just that there are no jobs, there are a lot of jobs, and if you ask HR, people tell you that they are always recruiting and looking for candidates.
So Austin, you talked about sending him to another branch. That might be a problem because they literally just merged these branches.
And what if they're just two branches?
So if they even if she offers that they send him to another branch, first of all, it will raise a red flag to the company to say, why are you sending your husband out? It means you don't feel you can handle him as your staff.
We don't even feel like he's doing the job.
So it can actually backfire for her. And the process of looking for another job is either you are going to let this guy go in the meantime until because again, this you can tell that this is a man with a beautiful ego. So if he wants to live here now, he wants a better job. So you see all these issues, don't you think that will get in the way of achieving the purpose?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So the her requesting to be moved away or for him to be transferred is like a request for potential. It's like a hunt on potential conflict of interest, and it's a choice, it's a prerogative. If I say that, oh look, I feel like I should be transferred out because my husband works here, and there might likelihood of conflict, there might be likelihood of conflict. Yes. It should be. I mean, I don't even know what kind of organization we want about that because I mean, ideally, she can say that even if the conflict has not yet materialized, there is a potential likelihood
of conflicts.
And I should request it to what they call anonymously or without him knowing, send it to the history of the office, and they should get it. That's the right thing to do.
Thank you, Austin.
Thank you so much, Austin.
I once managed a case where the woman was fired because information about the office goes to her husband. That was the basis of them firing her, that she disclosed company information to third party. So there are so many grounds for saying that can be potential conflicts when you and your husband work in the same organization. You understand? There are so many reasons why that can happen. So I just feel like Greg said, they need to have a conversation. They need to sit down and have a conversation and now say, I think this thing may not really work. If we're being honest with ourselves, this thing may not really work. So one of us should request that get the person to transfer from another branch. So if the man agrees or the woman says no, he likes the branch so much, not okay, don't worry, I'll put the request for me to transfer. You understand? And if they see that cannot work, they can also do a family of one person looking out for jobs somewhere else. But all of all the threats and appraisals and everything, they'll just when they come home now they'll continue fighting and it's not going to help anybody else.
Thank you so much, Austin, for that elaborate conversation, because he even went as far as telling us that he was in the exact same case. At this time, he was a CEO that he was married to.
His wife was CEO,
and they would go home, talk about the issue. When his work time is work. I mean,
but that's a couple that understand each other and understand that state and church are two different things.
He has an ego, but not a beautiful ego, because we're trying not to use any other word to qualify the ego that this man has. Because I feel like if you have, like Greg said, if you have a wife or someone who is doing the most with their time, plunging into work and bringing in resource, at least, even if she's higher, some sort of appreciation. I don't think that I want any man who does not see his wife thriving and want her to be underneath
You're
you.
not gonna know until you marry. Hello,
My
good
dear,
morning.
That's another thing.
Hello, good morning.
Good
morning.
What's your name, sir?
It's me, Ifeanyi from Ebutemeta West.
Ifeanyi from Ebutemeta West. He has to say the West.
Talk to
accent.
us.
Well, talk to us. Ifeanyi.
How are you doing?
We're doing amazing.
Yes, on my own, like what I suggest, if this kind of thing happens as a man, because most of times, if you're working with your wife, maybe the woman has the knowledge more than the man. Do you understand? So if I'm the one, I will not even get angry. I will thank God because it not even dismiss me and my wife. You understand? It's for me to put myself together, like to know how to fix myself in my own business so that my wife will be there. The other thing is it's all about understanding. But if you are thinking, maybe my wife is going to be dating the manager, is going to be doing this one, is also saying all those kinds of things, you cannot even live with your wife. Because all those things, some men will be thinking negative. So that's the most important thing for you to move on your life. You thank God, say your wife is there, self. You just thank God. That's normal thing because you cannot put the same team at the same place. It cannot work now. So
Okay.
that's only the contribution that I will give.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you so much for
Thank
that.
you. These issues, if you're just joining us, we're wrapping up, but we'll just give you a quick update of what we're talking about on Family Matters. My husband is my subordinate at the office and has not been pulling his weight. I am in charge of appraisals, and to be honest, if he was someone else, I would recommend that he be fired immediately. We were in different branches and just got merged, hence the reason for appraisal. But he's my husband, and the truth is, he never liked me being the head of his department. How do I keep my job and keep my respect? How do I do my job and keep my respect while keeping my home in one piece? That is the conversation
For today. And I mean, we don't know how she. I'm sure that she's listening, and I hope that she's taking a few pointers out of this
Yes.
conversation.
I'm going to
Because
call you Jane
we had to
Do
bring-
because we call everybody Jane Do now.
Because we had to just been in homes, and you don't know the root cause. You don't know the root cause. One day it's she left the marriage, or no, something happened, and you're finding out. And some people are actually going through this as we speak to you, and that's why the show exists.
If you're single, I think this is another pointer to me. You need to find out that you need to make sure that the person that you're going to end up with, as a woman especially, will not feel undermined or intimidated by you because you are excelling in whatever endeavor. DJ Ryder is here. I'm just trying to. I'm going to pick your brain as a man. Come close.
Come closer.
In this case, what are you gonna do? The wife is the boss.
Okay.
They used to be in two different branches,
Okay.
and then now they are in one branch. She's the head of the department.
Okay.
Oga is not pulling weight. It's so bad that if no be say na her husband, she
Okay.
for don't fire am.
Okay.
So how does she get him? How does she do her job? Because they are doing appraisal now. How does she do her job to straighten this man up and at the same time keep her home in peace? Because also the man, when they found out that she was going to be in charge of the department, he was not finding it funny. He wasn't happy with it. So
Okay.
what do you think?
Yeah, for me as a man, right? Let me put
Before.
As a man.
as a man, okay. I think I need to. This is work. You understand, and we both have an agreement. You understand, based on work-related issues matter. So now I think we both need to sit down together. Work is work. Family,
Home is
home,
family.
So we can do whatever we want to do at home. Then when it gets to work, I believe we should be able to face what would
Work squarely.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Work is work, home is home.
home,
When we
yeah.
reach there, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at the end of the day, you don't want a situation whereby your husband is
Because I won't say maybe the husband should step down or the
wife should step down. Because
You
if he
understand?
wasn't
So-
even happy from the very beginning as to liking that she was his superior, then obviously he just has beef in his heart and his soul.
They should go and buy chicken. Sorry. Thank you, DJ Ryder. DJ
Thank you,
Ryder is
DJ
already
Ryder.
here and he's ready to go. We're going to take a quick break. We have to wrap things up now, but thank you for all your submissions. I'm sure she's listening, so I hope she'll give me feedback really soon about this conversation.
How